great to be back. Thank you for welcoming us back for another year. We appreciate you having us in your home. And as we start a new year, let's start a new tradition, a good tradition, to replace one of our stupid traditions, like the Electoral College or the drug war. Let's make it a tradition that just as individuals make New Year's resolutions, so should America. New rule, if the Russians are so freaked out about gays, they have to explain why the bathrooms at their Olympics look like this. Is this a mistake, or was the architect George Michael? I thought things were awkward in those two-man bobsleds. New rule, someone has to explain to Daft Punk that robots can talk. This robot talked, and this robot talked, and even this robot talked. I'm just saying, if you guys talked, maybe you wouldn't have to stay up all night to get lucky. New rule, now that she's gone, America must take a moment to remember Shirley Temple Black and try to forget Black Shirley Temple. I've offended them again.
Not our best moment.
Hey, new rule, stop over-regulating the porn industry. The Canadian government is seriously enforcing the law that says at least 35% of porn shown in Canada must be Canadian-made. Because what's sexier than a girl saying, "I'm coming, eh?" And you know, it's hard to make Canadian porn. Every time they try to pull each other's shirts off, a hockey fight breaks out. Rule, Italians must stop complaining about this ad that uses Michelangelo's David to sell a rifle. You have to understand, you Italians look at David and see an iconic masterpiece. But we Americans look at David and see a typical American gun nut. A white guy with a small penis. And finally, new rule, crazy idea division. Since there's an election coming up, Democrats might want to say something about what they're proposing to do for America sometime between now and November. Crazy idea. Everyone is predicting disaster for Democrats in the midterms, and their response seems to be, yeah, sucks to be us right now. Well, maybe that's because their basic talking points always start with an apology. Like, Obamacare is far from perfect, but nothing's perfect. But you don't start with pointing that out about something you're supposed to like. Hey, Bob, how's your wife? Well, she's not perfect, but she beats masturbating alone. Now that shocked Fruit Loop lovers have learned that all Fruit Loops, no matter what color, are the same flavor.
Wait! They are?
Someone must explain gently to them that Fruit Loops don't contain any fruit either.
It's been a sad evening.
And that the word fruit isn't spelled with two O's. Oh, hell, let's call Fruit Loops what they really are, gay Cheerios. And finally, new rule, no one can blame me when I say this is a stupid country, when 60% of the adults in it think the Noah's Ark story is literally true. Which is why I'm already sick of seeing the ads for this floating piece of giraffe crap. Although, the movie has been condemned by both Christians and Muslims, so it must be doing something right. And they say it also may lose a fortune for the studio, which would put it in hot water with the Jews, too. Sports Illustrated has to stop patting itself on the back for using a model who is plus-sized. Okay, first of all, this isn't a plus-sized model, it's a regular-sized human being. You're just used to minus-sized bulimics. As is this male model, which is why he's touching her like, what is this, flesh? Weird. Courtney Love is accused of not paying her bills. You can't report it as news. Courtney's psychiatrist says she owes him 48 grand, and that's just for steam cleaning the couch. Oh, say, can you see? Yes, I can, and thanks. This is Ciara singing the national anthem this week. She sang it great, even though I totally forgot which country we were honoring. Well, before Taco Bell starts selling breakfast, they have to answer one question. What did food ever do to you? You've taken something beautiful, ground up pieces of a pig corpse, curdled lactate secreted by a cow, and an ovum expelled from a chicken's ass, and turned it into something disgusting. Well, even though moms eat free at Hooters this Mother's Day, don't bring your mother to Hooters. And I'll tell you why, because when Mom says, I carried you in my body for 9 months, why am I at a titty bar? And you say, because it's free, it's not gonna make it better. New rule, the Pope is a pimp. I'm serious. I find myself wanting to ask this Pope a question I've never wanted to ask a Pope before. Can I party with you? Rule, moms returning this Play-Doh cake mountain toy because they're offended by its shape have to stop acting like that's the embarrassing part. Rule, before fashionable Christians pay You're way ahead of me. Before fashionable Christians pay $800 for a cross from Tom Ford, they might want to take another look. Up close, it's less Jesus and more St. Peter. Also, if you're still shopping online for nice Christian jewelry, do not Google pearl necklace. Just tell the person sitting next to you. Well, before Instagram bans another foreign account for showing a model's pubic hair, as they did this week, they have to explain to us out here in LA, what's pubic hair? Well, Kim Kardashian must...
Oh my.
Kim Kardashian must cover that up before she really does break the internet. In Kim's latest photo spread, she appears to be outdoors, smoking with no pants on. An image that appeals to men whose sexual fantasy is catching a homeless woman taking a dump in an alley.
Is that really Kim Kardashian?
I don't know which is more embarrassing for Kim, constantly having to market her ass, or the cars lining up behind her waiting to see the drive-in movie. That's it. Big ass. New rule, there are worse things on airplanes than terrorists. Virgin Airlines is promoting the power outlets on their planes with this ad of a woman blow-drying her hair at 30,000 feet. After washing it in what? The blue liquid in the toilet? Air travel is bad enough without turning it into a flying locker room. Let's see, 20 minutes before I land, I've got just enough time to shave my balls. You've done that. New rule, magic. Let's all picture Jason Alexander shaving his balls on a plane, shall we?
I can't even see my balls. What are you doing?
New rule, Magic Johnson can't lecture me about my health. Magic Johnson is the new spokesman for Aetna Health Insurance because there's nothing like health advice from an HIV-positive fat man. New rule, it's a convention, not a gay pride parade. I didn't even know Hulk Hogan was a Democrat. You know, there's a place for flamboyant displays of homosexual pride. The Republican convention. New rule, and I never thought I'd be the one to say this, but we must elect Obama so we can see more of those adorable kids. We may not be able to save America, but at least we'll go out with a cute sitcom. And how about that Michelle Obama? She's classy, she's sassy, she's the perfect combination. Half Jackie and half Jackée. Well, the makers of this fun, inflatable... The makers of this fun, inflatable slide must apologize to these kids' parents. They're supposed to be celebrating a birthday, not reliving one. The 33-year-old Mexican woman who was arrested in a movie theater masturbating to 50 Shades of Grey has to stop kicking my seat. New rule, you can call this woman anything you want, but you can't call her a real housewife. I grew up in suburbia, and I can tell you that this woman lacks almost everything that real housewives have, including chronic fatigue, a diaper bag, and underwear. New rule, the woman who posted this picture of a fishing trophy on Reddit, claiming it looks like a penis, is, well, she's right. She's right. That looks like a dick. I'm sorry. But the important thing to remember is whether a man is showing you his penis or the fish he just caught, your job is the same, to pretend you can't believe how big it is. Stop saying 67-year-old Cher shouldn't dress like this anymore. What's she supposed to do? Go out on tour wearing a pantsuit from Ann Taylor? I'm doing this for you. You've got to admire anyone who can still fit into their old 70s rhinestone butt thong. Whether it's Cher or Richard Simmons, I say she looks hot, even if that pasty doubles as an estrogen patch. Extra plug for your book. New rule, whatever you think of Mike Huckabee's politics, you have to admit that he's a brave man. Because he knew that the week he announced he was running, I'd be showing this photo of his family.
Oh, man.
And you know why they look so happy? Because they just ate Mitt Romney's family. Well, I have to move on right now. The new rule. Okay. New rule, stop saying that the two-tiered debate format is turning the Republican presidential race into a reality TV show. No, it's more like the Westminster Kennel Club dog show. You know, where the dogs compete in separate categories. The big dogs that bark a lot and slobber. And the small dogs that wear sweaters and prance. Well, don't vote Kate Gosselin off Dancing with the Stars. Of course she can't dance, but if we keep her surrounded by gay people, she also can't get pregnant. New rule, if I can't suck your milkshake through a straw, it's not a milkshake, it's a glass of ice cream. Now blend it again. Welcome to Baskin-Robbins. My name is Kevin. And this time, give it a minute. Hey, you're in a pink and brown smock. It's not like you have a date later. New rule, when your crash investigation reveals that your plane stalled at 38,000 feet and then fell out of the sky in a 3-minute-long plunge of terror, don't tell anyone. Really, you want to make us feel safer? Just say the Arabs did it. New rule, stop saying the TSA had no business patting down that 6-year-old girl in New Orleans. Sure, to the layman, she looks like just another cute first grader, but to a highly trained TSA agent, she has all the signs of a terror baby. The shyness, the fidgeting, the slight aroma of animal crackers. Go ahead and complain, ACLU do-gooders, but don't come crying to me when little Ashley here takes over a 747 and crashes it into Legoland. New rule: to save time, from now on, just tell me the countries we're not bombing. Last week, President Obama sent his flying killer robots to bomb Somalia just to make Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Libya, and Yemen jealous. You know, if your robots are attacking more places than you can keep straight, you're not a Nobel Peace Prize winner, you're a transformer. New rule: the members of Tiger Woods' harem have to stop fighting each other. This week, number 3 had some harsh words for number 11. And 11 wasn't having it, so she told 3 to kiss off just the way 14 told off 19 a couple of weeks ago. Girls, relax. If you can't sue, there's always Playboy. And if you can't do Playboy, there's Maxim. And if you can't do Maxim, there's a sex tape. And if you can't do a sex tape, what the hell were you doing with Tiger Woods in the first place?
No, but he's not wrong.
All right, thank you. All right.
But I'm not wrong.
No.
That sounds dogmatic.
All right. Let's not have inter-panel violence. All right. New rule: cereal makers have to start picking mascots who look a little less like strung-out sugar junkies. And for adults, Kellogg's has to invent a breakfast cereal laced with heroin. Yes, Opios. For those mornings where you want to wake up, read what Trump did, and slide right back into unconsciousness. Yes, Opios. Smack, cackle, and drop. Well, don't scare off the aliens before they even get here. This week, Pope Francis said he would baptize aliens if they came to Earth. I love you, Frank, but that is some Mitt Romney-level crazy bullshit right there. I'm pretty sure any beings advanced enough to travel hundreds of light years aren't that interested in getting sprinkled with magic water. Besides, given the past history of fondling and groping, the last thing the church needs is a 50-foot priest with 6 arms. Well, unless you're a soldier or you live in frontier America in 1873, you have to explain why you'd want to eat dehydrated meat. Meat squatch, the radical new meat snack that sounds like some sort of disgusting sex act and tastes like it too. Come on, having a taste for gross old dried meat doesn't make you manly. It makes you this chick. Well, since we imported 4 billion pounds of food from China last year, I don't need to know that a Chinese Walmart once sold mislabeled donkey meat. That's what it was supposed to be. That was actually ground up fox. If I can't trust Walmart brand, Chinese-made, fox-free donkey burgers, what can I trust? Walmart donkey burgers. One bite and you'll say, this tastes like ass. Oh, your burger can't be taller than Pharrell Williams' hat. Introducing Jake's Wayback Burger's new 9-patty burger called the Triple Triple. Triple bypass is more like it. Hey, if I want to see 9 patties with soggy buns, I'll go to Riverdance. Nobody wants Brussels sprouts on their pizza. I know pizza's not the healthiest option for dinner, but the whole point of pizza is that it's not Brussels sprouts. If you want greens with your pizza, do it the old-fashioned way and smoke a joint with the delivery guy. And in a related rule, to the man who asked Domino's for a refund because he burned his penis trying to have sex with one of their pizzas, You must understand two things, sir. One, it's a pizza. The part of you that's supposed to get hard is your arteries. And two, refunds don't apply if you come in less than 30 minutes.